Bernoulli's principle. In the previous video, we have discussed about streamline. So, what is Bernoulli's principle? In a streamline, the sum of pressure, the kinetic energy per unit volume, and potential energy per unit volume remains constant. Consider a steady and incompressible fluid in a pipe of varying cross-sectional area. As shown to you in this figure, this is a pipe having various cross-sectional area. Here the cross-sectional area is A2 and here the cross-sectional area is A1. And the fluid in this pipe, flowing in this pipe is steady and it is incompressible fluid. Basically, fluids are incompressible. Why fluid will flow through this pipe? Because of the equation of continuity. This pipe have varying cross-sectional area. Here the cross-sectional area is A1, which is less than the cross-sectional area A2. And according to the equation of continuity, the product of area and velocity is equal to constant. So the velocity varies with area. So the velocity of liquid is a consequence in this pipe. The velocity of liquid is a consequence of equation of continuity. Let the pipe be at varying heights. You see here the pipe is at height h2 from the ground level, and here the pipe is at height h1 from the ground level. So the pipe is at varying heights, here h1 and here h2. The fluid initially lying between B and D. Suppose initially the fluid lie between B and D, and at time delta t, the fluid at B will flow to C. The fluid at B after time delta t will flow to C. Similarly, after time delta t, the fluid at D will flow to E. So now we will calculate what will be the work done on the liquid at left end, this end, and what will be the work done by the liquid at the other end, that is this end, DE. At this end, the pressure is equal to P1 and the velocity of liquid is V1, and at this end, the pressure of liquid is P2 and velocity of liquid is V2. So what will be the volume of liquid at this end? Volume of liquid will be equal to A1 into V1 T1, because V1 delta T, because V1 delta T, this will give you this length, and length multiplied by this area will give you the volume. So volume, this volume of liquid will be equal to A1 into V1 into delta T. And what will be the volume of this liquid? Volume of this liquid will be equal to A2 into V2 into delta T. So let us take this side volume as V1, delta V. This side volume of liquid as delta V. That means delta V is equal to A1 into V1 into delta T, and this side liquid volume is, suppose say, is equal to delta V also. Here delta V will be equal to A2 into V2 into delta T. Why in both sides volume of liquid will same? Because of equation of continuity. From equation of continuity, same volume of liquid passes through both the regions. That is, volume of liquid in this side will be equal to volume of liquid in this side. So consider a steady and incompressible fluid moving in a pipe of varying cross-sectional area. Let the pipe be at varying heights, H1 and H2, as shown to you in the figure. You have two heights. We have considered two heights of the pipe, H1 and H2. The fluid initially lying between B and D, and in time delta t, the fluid at B moved to C and the fluid at D moved to E. And what is the work done on the liquid at left end BC? The work done will be equal to W1, that is equal to P1 A1 into V1 into delta T. And V1 is the speed at B and P1 is the pressure at area A1. And what is the work done by the fluid at the other end DE? Work done W2 will be equal to P2 into A2 into V2 delta T, that is P2 into delta V. And V2 is the speed of fluid at D and P2 is the pressure at area A2. And from equation of continuity, same volume of liquid passes through both the regions. That means in both the regions delta V will be same. So what will be the work done on the fluid? Work done on the fluid will be equal to W1 minus W2, that is P1 delta V minus P2 delta V, that is equal to P1 minus P2 into delta V. So applying work energy theorem, work done on the fluid is equal to change in kinetic energy of the fluid plus change in gravitational potential energy. So what will be the change in kinetic energy? Delta K, that is equal to half into rho into delta V into V2 square minus V1 square. Rho is the density of the fluid. And what is the change in gravitational potential energy? Gravitational potential energy delta U will be equal to rho into G into delta V into H2 minus H1. Here we have computed mass is equal to the product of density and volume. Here also we have taken mass is equal to the product of density and volume. So work done by on the fluid P1 minus P2 into delta V will be equal to the change in, this is the change in kinetic energy and this is the change in potential energy. So if you solve this equation, this side delta V cancels, this side delta V and this side delta V. So you will get the equation P plus half rho V square plus rho GH equal to constant. And when the fluid is at rest, velocity is equal to 0. And if velocity is equal to 0, then P1 plus rho GH1 will be equal to P2 plus rho GH2. So P1 minus P2 will be equal to rho G H2 minus H1. You should remember that Bernoulli's equation does not hold good for non-steady or turbulent flow of fluid. And the loss of energy due to fluid friction, that is the viscosity, is not considered in Bernoulli's equation.